Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you just a really laid back get ready with me. I do actually have to go out and run some errands today, so I did have to get ready, somewhat ready. So I figured I will just go ahead and share it with you guys and get ready together. So yeah, if you guys are staying indoors and are just already losing your mind, if you're not used to being indoors, get your brushes out, get your makeup out, and let's get ready. Even though you don't go out anywhere, you could still get ready and just be around the house ready, because you never know, might be that you need to go out unexpectedly and you're already ready, so why not? So I did start off by doing my brows. I just went ahead and did these off camera. I will leave my video for my eyebrow tutorial up here so that you could just go ahead and check it out if you're interested on how I do my brows. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump in now and start with priming my eyelids. So I'm gonna use today my e.l.f. Hydrating Camel Concealer. I have really been enjoying this concealer, and I have this one in the shade medium beige. I'm gonna go in and blend this out, and to do this I am gonna use my Wet n Wild face sponge. I have really been liking this sponge. I think it's super bouncy and just the perfect consistency. I'm going to be using the number 7 loose translucent powder, and I'm just going to take a little bit of it and put it on my Wet n Wild sponge, and then I'm going to go in and just set my eyelids. So I am going to go in and apply some tapes to the corners of my eye, just because I really want to concentrate the eyeshadow that I'm going to look and give it that really crisp line. So yeah, I'm going to be applying those, and I'll be right back with you. So today I just thought I would get out a very old favorite of mine, the Modern Renaissance palette. And this is just such a beautiful palette. I really love using it. I haven't used it in a while though, so I just thought I would take it out today and give it another run, because I really do love this palette, just like any other Anastasia palette, as you already might know. I'm just gonna go ahead and start off with this shade right here. And I'm just going to pretty much use this shade as a transition shade. So I'm just going to apply it all over my eyelid. And I just hope you all are staying safe, staying close to your family members. Check up on any family members that you might have not talked to in a while or just seen in a while. Definitely check up on your elderly relatives or just any friend or acquaintance that you may have that is an older person. I feel like they are the ones mostly vulnerable that get caught up on all of this stuff that's going on in the world. Okay, so I did go ahead and just blend this shade on both of my eyelids. Now I'm gonna jump in and add a little bit of depth into the look. So I'm gonna add this shade to the outer corner of my eye, and to do that I'm just going to use the same brush that I was using. This is the Y16 brush from Morphe. Okay, so I added that shade just to deepen up my outer corner of my eye. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this shade right here, and I'm just going to add this to the outer corner of my eye. But this one I am going to blend it in a little bit more into the crease area. And to apply that shade, I am going to go with this Y19 brush. It's a little bit smaller, and it'll just really concentrate the product more precisely in that area. So like I tell you guys, I do have to go out and just run some errands that I can't do from online. Unfortunately, I do have to go and do them personally. And I don't know about you guys, but I definitely enjoy being at home. I am such a homebody. I can be at home all the time. I pretty much don't get bored of being at home. And I know there's a lot of people people that don't enjoy that just like being out or just going out. But me, I have always been that type of person that just really enjoys being at home and just staying at home, honestly. But for some strange reason, now I'm getting like this urge to go out and not be home, which is really strange. But I feel like it's just because of everything that's going on and your body just reacts that way for some reason. Definitely take your necessary precautions when going out. Yeah, where I live, I pretty much live away from the city. I think I have told you guys already, but I don't live in the city. I actually live out in the outskirts. So I already bulk up on my supplies for my groceries and just toiletries that I use at home. So this past time that my husband came home, because he does work out of town, we usually have our ritual of going to get those groceries that we usually get for our necessities around the house. So we went, and this is probably like 2 weeks ago now, and we stocked up on the things that we use on a regular basis, and we pretty much got everything that we needed, but we didn't find bottled water. Usually we buy it just because it's more convenient. I know it's bad, but I mean, we're trying to get better, and I think we actually used this time as a necessary step that we needed to take a while back, where we needed to stop using water bottles. So we have transitioned into using now the reusable 5-gallon water things that you just put and you pop into a water dispenser. So we had been talking about just using that because we did have that water dispenser for a while. Yeah, for us it worked in that way that we have now transitioned into using those reusable 5-gallon tanks that we just add to our water dispenser, and in that way we just cut off on using the water bottles overall. But yeah, I mean, we have already always bought in bulk because of that reason, and we don't go on a monthly basis. We pretty much get our items that we need, like the basic toiletries. We get like toilet paper, shampoo, body soap, just all of those things, toothpaste. We always buy all that in bulk so that we can have it and not have to go in towns quite often. I have always lived in the outskirts, and I'm pretty happy about that. I honestly don't crave the city life. I do crave having things nearby that I can just jump in my car and be there in 5 or less minutes. But aside from that, I really enjoy living out in the outskirts. I just feel like the living experience is much different and you actually appreciate more life as it is. I don't know, that's just my take, but I really enjoy living out in the outskirts. Aside from, yeah, like maybe wanting to have something close by to like grab to eat when I'm craving it, or just having a nearby store that I can just go and shop at. But like I said, I really don't mind living out in the outskirts. So I've definitely blended in this shade. I think I'm gonna clean up a little bit on this side because I felt like I went a little bit too upwards. So I'm just gonna grab my concealer brush. This one is from a kit from BH Cosmetics, but I'm gonna add a little bit of concealer to the brush, and I'm just gonna clean up the edge a little bit, and then I'll go in and blend it back in just like that. So now I'm just gonna go back in with that brush that I was using. I'm not gonna add any more product. What I'm just gonna do is just pass it through here so that I can blend it in a little bit so that it doesn't look so harsh at the top. Okay, so now I am gonna add just a little bit of concealer to the inner part of my eye so that I can apply a shimmer, and I'm gonna use that same brush that I just put down for a concealer. I'm gonna add a tad bit more of concealer, and I'm just gonna lay it on the inner corner of my eye. Okay, so just like this, I went ahead and applied a little bit of concealer to the inner corner of my eye, and now I am gonna go in and add this shade right here to the inner part where I applied my concealer. To do that, I am gonna use a ColourPop E4 brush. And And yeah, just like I was telling you guys, I really don't miss living in the city. I actually really enjoy living out in the outskirts. I think that if I would ever to move from where I live currently, which I don't think I would, but if I were given a chance to move elsewhere, or if I just needed to move elsewhere, I would probably move to a place just like this, just because I really enjoy this lifestyle. I really do, and maybe it has to do a lot with me being a homebody, but I just really enjoy it. I honestly do. Okay, so I went ahead and applied the shimmer, and I do feel like it needs a little bit more of help, so I am gonna spray it with this Believe makeup setting spray that I have been using. So I just added a little bit to the brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and just spray it like that, and then apply the shade onto my lid. And that just really helps the shade pop even more. What I'm going to go in now is blend a little bit of the shades together. To do that, I'm just going to go back to the Y19 brush that I used with the darker, more burgundy shade. And I am going to go in and just blend it together with the shade that I just applied. So I'm just going to use back and forth motions to blend this area right here. And as you can see, it gave it that gradient effect. As to this one, it still looks very harsh. So just by doing the motion, you just blend in both of the shades without compromising either of the colors. And you can also just get close to the crease area so that you can also blend in the top portion of the eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna go in with the first brush that I used, my Y16, and without adding any more product either, I'm just gonna use it to blend the top part of my eye so these shades can just merge seamlessly and not have harsh lines. So I'm just gonna pass it here very lightly. I'm not gonna even put much pressure, just to kind of blend it out a little bit with the shades that we used. So I'm gonna go in and apply a quick coat of mascara, and today I'm gonna be using my Voluminous Carbon Black mascara from L'Oreal, and I'm just gonna add a quick coat to my eyelashes. I'm gonna go in now and just remove my eye tapes. Look at that line, isn't that pretty? I think that's super satisfying. It just gives a look like this super crisp look, and I just really like that. And today for primer, I'm gonna use this putty primer from e.l.f. This one is a luminous primer, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply a little bit to my face here, and then I'll just go ahead and massage it in. So I did just let my primer rest on my face for like about a minute or so. Now I'm gonna jump in and apply the foundation. Today I'm gonna use my CoverGirl True Blend Matte Matte. This is in the shade M70. To blend my foundation, I'm gonna go in with my Y6 brush from Morphe. Okay, and now I'm just gonna go in and apply some concealer to my under eyes. And I'm just gonna take my sponge and blend this concealer. And then also I'm just gonna add a little bit to my forehead area, a little bit more down my nose, around my mouth. And I'm gonna go in and just blend it also with this sponge from Wet n Wild. Okay, so now that I've blended my concealer, I'm just gonna take my same sponge. I'm gonna dip it into a little bit of this setting powder, and this way I am going to apply it under my eye to really set that area. And I'm also just gonna take it into my whole face so that I can set the rest of my makeup. Now I'm gonna go in and just bronze my skin. To do that today, I'm gonna use my Hoola Benefit bronzer. And I'm just gonna take this on a Y8 brush. And I'm just gonna lightly concentrate it here and kind of start blending it upwards a little bit in circular motions. I'm also just gonna take a little bit on the same brush and then just run it down my nose. Okay, and now I am gonna go ahead and clean up the contour. So I'm just gonna take my sponge and I'm gonna add a little bit more of that translucent powder. And I'm just gonna take it from here and drag it down. I'm also just gonna add a little bit down my nose. I'm just gonna wait for that to really set in on the skin. Now I'm gonna go in and just finish off the eye look. To do that, I am gonna take my Y20 brush. I'm gonna reach into the shade here that I used earlier, and I'm just gonna add this shade to the bottom of my eye to just really smoke out that area. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and just finish off my bottom lashes. I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara now to my bottom lashes. I'm just gonna go in now and clean up the rest of my face and remove this powder. To do that, I am gonna use my F18 brush from ColourPop. And now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of blush. Today I'm using this Tarte blush. This one's in the shade Party. And to apply it, I'm just gonna go in with my Y4 brush. And just to start finalizing the look, I'm going to set my brows. And to do that, I'm just gonna use my NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. Okay, so now I'm just gonna finish my look by setting my makeup. Today I'm gonna be using again this Believe Beauty setting spray. For highlighter today, I'm going to use my AMREZY highlighter. To apply my highlighter today, I'm gonna just use this brush here. Finally, as my lip product, I'm going to combine this liquid lipstick from Anastasia in the shade Ashton with this matte lipstick from Anastasia also in the shade Nude. Hey guys, so this is the completed look. I really liked how it turned out. I wasn't planning on going all out like this since I'm just gonna go run some errands, but it looks pretty, so I'm happy with that. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. There will be a lot more videos coming your way. And yeah, just stay safe, stay healthy, use the necessary precautions when you go out. Let's remember to be kind to one another. I'll see you guys very soon. Stay scrumptious.